Hello, YouTube. I've started reading the book of 2 Kings, and I've come across a couple of verses that seem like stereotypical atheist ammunition against Christians. And, these usually come up as part of a very emotional tirade, with remarks like, your God is such a sadistic bastard. How can you rationalize this? Uh, these two verses are in 2 Kings chapter 2, verses 23 and 24. This is regarding Elisha. He went up from there to Bethel, and while he was going up on the way, some small boys came out of the city and jeered at him, saying, "Go away, bald head! Go away, bald head!" When he turned around and saw them, he cursed them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 she-bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the boys. Oh no! Yeah, I think that a more moderate, non-literal approach can be applied to this passage. I think you're only going to get away with a reaction of moral revulsion with fundamentalists and strict biblical literalists. I don't really want to get into how it's convenient to switch from a literal to non-literal interpretation whenever it's most convenient, but more moderate Christians can do this. And I think that this passage works best in that kind of context. It's a bit of a morality tale almost, a pretty twisted one to modern readers, but I think the brutality of it may not have been so alien to the readership at the time. It's a polemic against the disrespect of the prophets of the Lord, and nothing more. And it may have been intended for people to really believe that it happened, at the time this was written, but more moderate Christians who are willing to apply a little critical thinking to their scriptures, I think that they can brush this one off, when it comes to criticism of the nature of the God of the Bible. And to conclude, a couple reasons why the number 42 may be a little significant. Because it's used in other places in the Bible for symbolic reasons that may be interesting to think about. In 2 Kings chapter 10, verse 14, Jehu kills 14 men who were members of the house of Ahab. And in Matthew chapter 1, the genealogy of Jesus from Abraham to the Messiah are also 42 generations. Even though Matthew conveniently left out a few people to get that pretty number, but that's another story. And, after all, 42 is the ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything.